recess. 10:30, department heads, market adjustment policy, personnel policies adoption, buildings, project supervision, for starters. So I have some extras here if anybody is interested. Department heads have this emailed to them 2 or 3 months ago. I heard back from a good handful of department heads. What this is, as a reminder, is it's called the market adjustment policy, and it's to open the policy of how we determine market adjustment, where county employees are paid in relation to other counties, why it's important to pay our employees what their fellows are making in other counties or even in the private sector. So what this is just a attempt to be more open with the public and to empower department heads. So basically, it's a policy statement that every employee has a right to request a market adjustment to their salary, and the process they go through their department head, the criteria that the commission needs to look at, as well as the department head, comparisons with other counties like valuation, size, positions that closely match the job description, comparison with similar state positions, comparisons with similar private sector positions, market changes that affect a given county department, viable job offer for a similar position, or a differentiation between a supervisor position salary and that of clerical or support staff. We also looked at, in this policy, what needs to be proposed to the commission or to the employees, these department heads, responsible management of the budget, employees and resources, grants acquired, innovations that increase efficiency, and investments that increase projected revenues. So I don't think we don't have Elaine with us today, but I just wanted to bring this forward to you guys. I said we would a couple months ago. Any further questions or comments on it at this time? One of the things that several people brought up to me is they would like to have a committee, kind of like the health insurance committee, that would look at market adjustments. They would kind of be the front line, or put together potentially a longevity type worksheet or a grid. Certain job descriptions make this range of money, other job descriptions make another one. This has been done in Madison County and Jefferson County just recently. So we just have a handful of you. I won't ask again for input. I'll wait for you to raise your hand. But Franklin, do you have anything to add, or do you intend to adopt this policy for the public to be better informed?
Yeah, I don't have anything to add.
Okay. Do you have any? Are you going to make a motion for this policy?
No, I'm not going to make a motion for it. I think you just said they're going to have more comments from the people, so.
I can't speak for them, no. Does anyone have any more comments for Franklin?
Well, it would be nice to have a policy, some kind of a policy, so that when it comes to the union, that if there is a market adjustment, we don't have a problem.
I think that's not a policy we have now.
No, it isn't. That's the reason for this, is so that we have a policy everyone can follow and be on the same page with. In following a practice, we haven't had it actually there for the public to be aware of what we're doing and why, as well as our employees and department heads. So as we are down to 2 commissioners, without a second, we can't do anything with this. In the interest of full public disclosure and in the interest of good management of our employees, I move that we adopt the Broadwater County Market Adjustment Policy. Is there a second?
It doesn't make a difference to me.
Are you
Like I
gonna
say,
second?
it's pretty much there already.
If you can show where, that would be great. Are you gonna second the
No.
motion? Excuse me? You will second it? Okay. It's been moved and seconded to adopt the Broadwater County Market Adjustment Policy. Any further discussion or comment? All right, all those in favor of the motion, please signify by saying aye. Aye, motion carries. Let's see. You know what, Franklin, I'm gonna have you go ahead and sign the signature page, and we'll get that to Ann.
I'm not signing anything.
In order to have a policy, we have to have a signature page for it. You just voted for it. If we
Let
could
me see
get,
the rest of that letter you got there.
you got the whole thing. It's been sent to you via email. There's several copies here.
I don't need anything.
All right, moving on. We have had several trainings, several meetings on the personnel policies you guys have been privy to. Those personnel policies, we do have them ready to adopt, get everybody a copy, but we do have to have a resolution. I thought since it was just management, we didn't have to do that. So we'll have to advertise for 2 weeks. You guys won't have to be here for that, you certainly can. Any last minute additions to the personnel policies we've been working on for couple of years now. All right, we'll go ahead and bring that back. Building project supervision, that is just to update us on the building project. It is currently with DEQ. We expect an answer back by the end of January. We do have a motion that was made last May 15th, if I'm not mistaken. And what that is to proceed with the building project. May 26, 2015. I'll just back up for a minute. Hey, Julie, we were just going over a market adjustment policy for employees so that there is a public policy, the public knows what we're doing and why and what the process is. And then the personnel policies, we just need to do a resolution to approve those. There was no further comment on anything you wanted to add or subtract. So if you want to add or subtract either, that's absolutely fine. All right. So the building project, I was just updating everybody, is with DEQ. We expect to hear back from them in January, here in about a month. So we did have a motion made May 26th to proceed with the building project. Project is currently defined to have the contract manager duties performed by the county building supervisor. Modular for office training facility storage building is determined by the supervisor, engineer, and architect. For equipment storage and subcontracts for ancillary work, to submit an invitation to bid is approved by legal counsel, that would be the county attorney, and follow the awarding provisions contained within the invitation bid and to accept the lowest responsible bidder on the date set within the invitation bid, and to continue to hold meetings to keep the public and employees fully informed. Now I'd like to just reiterate that motion for the record. You have anything to add on that, Franklin?
No.
All right. Do you second
No.
the motion? Okay, we'll let that that die without a second. It was already made on May 26th. Just wanted to solidify that. So with that, that's all I wanted to bring up to you guys. I do appreciate those who came back and talked to me about the market adjustment and your ideas and thoughts. This isn't my policy, it's our policy, so thank you for your input on that. Anything else for you guys? All right. That's it. You guys are welcome to stay. The next piece of business, this was posted, the staffing of the public health office. We had a posted meeting last Wednesday to deal with this. And Franklin, I just wanted on the record that we can move forward We have a contract with Missoula for a registered dietitian, which is necessary for WIC. And we have the contracts here. I would like to go ahead and work with them to actually bring that back to Broadwater County, since we have a registered dietitian who's willing to contract with the county to provide WIC services. Are you okay with that?
She's from Missoula?
The one we have right now is from Missoula, but we have somebody local who used to work the WIC program. Talked about that on Wednesday. She would like to contract with the county to provide WIC services, and she's a registered dietitian. So instead of paying someone in Missoula for that service, we could actually bring that back to Broadwater County. Are you good with that?
Well, I feel okay with that. The thing is, we've got to find out more what all's gonna take place.
Well, I know we've got a lot of
Well,
homework.
yeah, you bet there's a lot to do. It's just one hell of a mess out there right now.
Okay, Franklin, are you supportive with,
I'm supportive to the fact that we gotta see what else is coming in place first. Maybe we don't need this contract. Maybe we get somebody that can handle everything, like it was done in the past always.
it wasn't actually. It wasn't done in the past. In fact, that's why we have a contract with Missoula. So in order to start moving forward and to get our citizens and the clients served, what we need to do are some pieces of homework, and that's all this is. You're more than welcome to see the contracts, but we need to start moving on this. To sever the contract in Missoula will probably take 30 days. I'd like to get started on that. Do you support bringing that back to Broadwater County?
Yeah, I do that.
All right, thank you. And as far as contracting for the WIC services, this person knows the office, worked on other grants. She did a number of things for the office. She would be willing to also, as contract, help the A to Z staffing RN come in and help show her where things are at, how everything works, introduce her to people. Are you good with getting these ball rolling for a contract with her? Officially, probably to start the end of the month, but she'd be willing to come in before that to help introduce the new RN.
Well, I probably would be able to, but we're gonna wait and see what this A to Z staffing takes place first of all.
There are two
Yeah,
different
up on
things,
you.
Franklin.
You caused this problem.
That's not true. Let's go ahead and work on problem solving here.
I know we gotta get it solved, that's right.
What we talked about last Wednesday is going through A to Z staffing solutions to get an RN here that could keep the public health office open for the public. Through some work, we got that done, and they're currently working on that position. The WIC program, which is Well Infant and Children, relies on a registered dietitian to keep that program going. Doesn't need an RN. The public health office does need an RN. There's really two entities here. So what we have right now for the WIC program is a contract for the registered dietitian out of Missoula. We've just gotten support to go ahead and work with Missoula to bring that back to Broadwater County. We have an employee, or a person, a contractor, who used to work for Broadwater County in the WIC and public health departments. She's a registered dietitian. I would like support from Commissioner Salifka to work with her on solidifying a contract so that she can come in and help us out. She is separate of the RN that A to Z Staffing Solutions is looking to find for us. This is just an interim position so that we have some time to figure out how we're going to keep the doors open. We got the A to Z, got the contract with Missoula that we're going to work on. Are you supportive of working with this contractor to get them in to start providing WIC services as soon as possible?
I am, but we still gotta wait until we find out from A to Z what the staffing they come up with. They might have something to take care of everything. So at this point, all we can do is see what they come up with.
And as we're each just 1/3, status quo stands. So, we will not work on a local, you know what, Franklin, we don't know. How about this? Can you give your support to go ahead and move forward pending any final decision based on what we find from A to Z?
Well, I'd go along with that.
Thank you. All right, so last order of business is the commission presiding officer for 2016 decision. We do need to elect a presiding officer for next year. This is something that is done every year at this time, so what say you on that, Franklin?
Well, Elaine is at this point, but I don't know
This
how the
would be,
future is on that, so I guess wait and see till she gets back,
so you want to
or
table?
or otherwise just leave it status quo.
We have to by law elect a presiding officer at the beginning of the new year. We can certainly table this another week so that we start the new year without one. But this isn't something we can just continue not to address by law. What's that?
That's fine with me, we'll have it next week then, or after the new year.
Okay, so that will be tabled. All right, COS reviews, where are they at? Come on up.
Good morning.
Merry Christmas.
Happy New Year.
Thank you.
All right, this first one is some lands of Leonard Lambot. And he did a boundary relocation to include all of Pivot onto, let's see, this one here. Moved the line went right through the middle of a pivot. So he added more land to it so that the whole pivot could be on one parcel. And then here you can create tracts greater than 160 with not using any exemption or anything. So he created parcels greater than 160 to include this pivot on this one and this whole half a pivot and this one on to this parcel. His remaining lands are greater than 160 also, so he can do that.
All right, so this is,
Is this a highway here, this line?
Yes, Highway 287.
Okay.
and this is just a boundary relocation for him.
Right, yeah, this boundary relocation right here is the main thing, that is exemption that you guys would, support.
All right. Any questions, Franklin?
I would support the boundary location for Leonard Latin, as you just described.
I'll second the motion. It's been moved and seconded to support the introduced boundary relocation for Mr. Lambot. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye, motion carries.
The next one I have is for Sherry Tybo. They own 20 acres off of Antelope Road. And they are doing 3 transfers for their kids. And it's already gone through state approval for DEQ.
They're 5 acres.
Yes,
All
they're
right.
each 5 acres, and this is Antelope Road, and this is where those transmission lines go through.
It'd be kind of the south end, then, of the Antelope Road.
I believe so. I didn't go out there. Especially this time of weather. I let Dan do that.
There you go.
Yeah, if DEQ's already approved and everything, I have no problem then.
Is that a motion to support?
Yeah.
It's been, I second the motion. It's been moved and seconded to support the family transfer for the Tybo family. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye, motion carries. Thanks, Ann. that it?
Thank you, that is it.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you very much.
You bet.
Happy New Year.
You too.
Thanks.
Take care.
How's Elaine doing? Not good?
Send your good thoughts.
Oh, yes, we
Yeah,
send our prayers.
yeah, absolutely, thanks.
Thank you.
Franklin, are you gonna sign the market adjustment policy?
I don't know yet.
All right, I'll just leave that with you. Looks like we are done with our business for the day. Any further comments for the good of the order? All right, this meeting is adjourned. Thank you very much.